Weekly here at FingerLakes1.com on Wednesday, January 31st, 2018, the last day of January of 2018. We're live inside the FingerLakes1.com studio, and joining me is Jim Sinicropi and Josh Durso. Good to see you, fellas.
Yep, welcome back. It's Wednesday, halfway hump day, they call it.
Yep. That's right, it sure is. And February is tomorrow. Can you believe it? I actually feel like January lasted forever. Which usually I don't feel that way.
I have a feeling it was because 5 Mondays. Nobody likes Mondays.
That's why.
And this month had 5 Mondays, and it just made it feel like it was
good observation.
Never ending.
You must be right, because I usually think, oh my gosh, how is the month over already? And here we are, and I'm like, finally, the month is over.
It's like, you know, if that were a Friday, if there were 5 Fridays, you'd never notice.
But you'd be like, woohoo!
5 Mondays, painful. No one wants to deal with that.
Oh, that must be why. Yep. Well, February is usually a slow time of year around here, but not
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yes.
My birthday.
My birthday.
Your birthday, too.
Yep.
Pisces.
Yep.
President's
my son's
Week.
birthday. My
Celebration of all
birthday.
the presidents.
Yep.
Babe Ruth's birthday. Ronald Reagan's birthday.
When's Babe Ruth's birthday?
I want to say the 12th, but I'm not sure.
Oh.
Exactly sure. It's a short month. It's not a leap year, is it?
No, it's not.
No. So what do we got, 28 days?
8 days.
Yep.
28 days in February. So
fly.
crazy. Like our system of...
Isn't it strange? Like, why couldn't we just round this sucker off so it's like 30 days every month? Or like 29 days every month. Just so, like, round numbers, please.
Well, 365 to get around the sun, so we'd have to have some off. But why February 28 and everyone else 30-31? It's crazy.
Create an extra holiday at the end of the year and just make it so everybody has it off and it's a catch-up day.
Yeah, have it not even be a month. Have it between December 31st and January 31st. Have it no man's land.
No day.
It's just an arbitrary day of celebration, like every other holiday that, for the most part, that we celebrate. Right?
No, really.
Yeah, so it is crazy. It creates some issues too. Like, for our business here, it's 2 payrolls in a shorter period of time, and it's less amount of time. So if you pay for something that's a monthly service, usually you're paying for 30 or 31 days.
True.
Now it's 28 days.
True.
And are you getting a discount? No, you're not getting a discount. Are you crazy?
for a shorter month. Oh,
but the best thing about February is that March follows that and April follows that. So we're
closer to spring. So
from right now, let's say February 1st, you got November, December, January. So we're just as far, if you think back to Halloween, from the time from Halloween till now is the time that it will be from now till May 1st. So
spring will be springing.
But usually the contrast between February and March is pretty significant.
Yes.
Like that to me is like, you're really, like once you click across from February to March, you've survived.
Well, you can have hope, but doesn't mean that March isn't going to be the worst of all the winter months, because that's happened before.
Last year.
Yeah.
We got slammed with that storm. But usually, I think you're right. Like, okay, we can just get through February.
3 years ago, March was like 70 degrees for several days and really warm, so that would be nice. St. Patrick's Day is in March, too, which is like we're getting there.
Groundhog's Day is next month.
It's
Isn't that in a few
3 days.
I was going to say, isn't
Next
that
month.
like very, very soon?
Yeah. Groundhog's Day is my son.
Which is a complete farce, by the way. If we're gonna talk about arbitrary holidays,
go there? Okay.
That's
Oh goodness. Well, other things going on this Sunday, the big bad Super Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl Sunday.
Yep.
What do you guys do for the game?
We're going to my girlfriend and I are going to a party. I'm not really sure. I know we've got 2 or 3 invites to different engagements. Not really sure which is going to be the winner.
Super Bowl party. What are you doing?
We usually host. But this is the first year in 7 or 8 years that we're not hosting. So I usually make a solid chocolate football every year. That's tradition. Wow. My mom used to do it, so I have a football mold, but I don't know where it is, so that could be a problem. But I do half of it toasted coconut and half of it toasted almonds and toffee.
Wow.
Interesting.
And it's so good. And people just jab at it. I have a football
And like a big
board.
chunk of chocolate comes off of it?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. That sounds incredibly unhealthy.
It's very unhealthy. So I have to figure out, I have something on my Facebook feed. I have a thread going where all these people are telling me all of these healthy recipe ideas. So that's, hopefully I can find something out of that too. Yeah. What about you?
I've done lots of different things over Super Bowl Sunday, gone to parties, hosted parties. When I hosted a party, my rule was party's over after the halftime show. Sorry.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's Sunday night.
It gets late.
Yeah. It's kind of dumb to have it on Sunday. It should be on Saturday. Yeah. There's no reason it can't. I agree. College football is over.
Yep.
So anyways, this year, I'm excited because I'm not doing anything on Sunday. Instead, some of our friends are having a Super Boil Saturday party. So they're doing a shrimp and seafood boil on Saturday night, and so we'll stay late as we want because it's not a school night.
Right.
And then for the game itself, I'll just relax and watch it.
At home?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So then you can still get your time in with your friends and
that's a
just
far
chill
better.
And
Super Boil Saturday party.
That's fun. I like that.
Yeah, I can't wait because I love boils. You know what I mean? Not like boils that get on your skin, but
right.
The food.
So,
the food that can be boiled.
But the other thing is every year Finger Lakes won now for I don't know how many consecutive years, maybe 13, has done a Super Bowl chili live webcast.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
And we're getting new countertops in our kitchen, and just today they're tearing off the old ones, and the new ones were supposed to go in tomorrow. Now they're telling us it won't be till Monday, so I might not be able to do
the Super Bowl chili could be in jeopardy.
I don't know how I can do it without countertops.
At your house?
Yeah, the stove's still there, but there's no place to cook it.
That's challenging.
So that's on hold. If you wake up Sunday morning and the Super Bowl chili webcast link is there, then I guess you're in luck. It's kind of a stupid thing, but it's a tradition, and it's been fairly popular. Fun. You know, thousands watch it.
Yeah. So that's a lot.
Wake up usually around 10 or 11 a.m., make the chili, and just have a camera like on the cutting board while I make the chili, and then put it in the pot, and then leave the camera on the pot all day long, and people, I don't know.
It's amazing what people are willing to watch.
Yeah, I don't think they sit there I don't think anybody's ever watched it from beginning to end.
It's a long webcast.
Yeah.
But they tune in like, oh, that chili looks good. Still simmering.
So is that the plan then? Or if you don't have countertops, what are you going to do?
Yeah, I might not do it this year. I don't know.
Order in?
It's we'll have to see. And my daughter has a basketball game at some point Sunday, but that's never stopped the webcast before. You can leave it still simmering on the stove and leave the house for a little while. And then, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It will be impossible to cook it without countertops.
Yeah.
I'd have to cook it on a table. I don't know. I haven't gotten to the point of thinking about it yet until just now. So
just now.
It's complicated.
Oh, goodness. Interesting. Well, sounds like a good Sunday for you both. What does
better Saturday? Well, Sunday will be good too.
Yeah. You're excited about your boil.
Now, should we save our picks till the end of the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I really have no reason to pick one or the other. I don't really follow, except for the Bills.
Yep, and they're not in it.
And they're not in it.
Newsflash, in case you were
hoping
they were, they didn't make it.
Yeah.
It's the Eagles and the Patriots.
Again, I knew that much. All right. Well, what does this weekend's weather look like for us? For those who are traveling.
It's pretty changeable this time of year, and it's only Wednesday now. But right now it looks like Friday's going to be snow in the air. Mm-hmm. Little to no accumulation, but a high of only 19. More snow overnight, low of around 11. Saturday, chance of snow, 40% chances, all mostly cloudy, high near 28, so not a bad day.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night, chance of snow, cloudy, low of around 18. And then Sunday is a real good chance of snow, high near 25, and cloudy, 60%, I say real good chance, better than Saturday.
Mm-hmm. And
then when we come back to work overnight, Sunday night, it's going to get down into the single digits and then be about 22 degrees on Monday. So it's been fluctuating a little bit, but it's going to get cold again. I guess my pick day would be Saturday. if you're going to have a super boil.
Perfect.
28 degrees and mostly cloudy with 40% chance of snow is the pick day. So
Yes.
welcome to February.
Yes. All right. Great. Thank you.
Full forecast and radar at the FingerLakes1.com Weather Center.
That's right.
I mean, people should check that daily, or on the app you can check it. I mean, that's where you should get your weather. It's
Ever-changing.
people that look at like some apps that just have like little icons and little general information. Come to our last thing at night or first thing in the morning and read the forecast. It's detailed and it's very accurate.
Yep.
I would like to put the accuracy of our forecast up against others and see how we do, because it seems to be pretty dang accurate.
Should do that then.
Competition.
That's right. All right. Well, thank you for that. Josh, what do we have going on in the news?
All right, so we've been following a few pretty big stories over the last 7 days. Xylem in Seneca Falls is outsourcing upwards of 50 jobs by late spring. We learned last week that Xylem Financial Resource Center will be shutting down in June at a total cost of roughly 50 jobs. The company's plan is to outsource those financial and accounting functions carried out by the staff there to India by June. Deputy Supervisor Lou Ferrara said that the cost-saving measures like this one come at a local cost. He expressed frustration that corporate shuffling and consolidation often ends in this type of circumstance. Obviously, New York State, the region, is not unfamiliar with losing people or jobs or businesses. So, one of those things where you just hope that there is enough development that comes on the backside of this to offset it.
Right.
It's dumb though.
Yeah.
You send it. How it just shouldn't be cheaper to do something in India than it is here. Honestly.
Well, I wonder how much of this is just going to become automated function.
Some of it
is
could
my
be,
question.
I suppose. Yeah. But at first I was like, geez, I think a lot of people living in Seneca Falls, I think a lot of people don't even live in Seneca Falls. They have those jobs, they drive from Rochester. But since there's several people I know who lost their job.
Yeah. All right. So also, remember that controversial sign in Geneva that everybody's been like, some people have said it looks like a throughway sign or, all kinds of stuff. So it's out. The welcome sign is gone. The one that was expected to be placed at the entry point into downtown, right on Exchange Street, has been taken off the table. Those funds, like $250,000, will be spent elsewhere on other DRI-related projects. Not really clear where that money is going to end up going. And this, axing this, does not mean that some of the other visual improvements that people have been expecting, like along the 5 and 20 corridor or in the actual downtown center, none of that will be affected. This is just a very specific request.
What do you think Geneva's landmark is? Like a lot of cities, like Washington, D.C., it's the Capitol Building. New York City, it might be the Empire State Building or Skyline, Statue of Liberty. San Francisco, it's the Golden Gate Bridge. Rochester, it might be the bridge in the Skyline. I can't remember what bridge that's called, or High Falls maybe. Syracuse, it's the Skyline with the Carrier Dome. Every city has like a landmark. What's Geneva's?
And I don't want to say sadly, but I kind of think it's the Ramada.
That came to mind, and I'm like, I don't want to say that
because it's literally it's on the lakefront.
It's right there,
and there's nothing
else that's been
that really stands out.
Yeah.
Well, Hobart doesn't have a signature building, I don't think.
Not one that can be viewed from a distance.
Downtown is great, but it's not one singular.
Like the row houses.
Yeah, that's a great spot. I think,
church
though,
there at the top of Seneca.
If you're out on Seneca Lake and you're looking towards the northwest a little bit, so you get the Ramada, you get the Bellhurst side, kind of, and that looks pretty cool. And then you get the skyline in the background with the windmill.
Yeah,
to the right.
Windmills and the church steeples.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the signature. Because I feel like maybe with that sign, one thing they're trying to do is create a landmark because it was so big. But yeah, so like Seneca Falls, the landmark is the church over Van Cleef Lake, I think, right?
Yeah.
What about Canandaigua?
It's hard to say.
I think it's the county.
Probably the county building. Yeah. I was going to say if you're incorporating the lake, maybe the pier.
Right.
Ithaca. What about Ithaca?
Ooh, Ithaca's tough. Ithaca's a tough one to nail down.
I don't know.
Maybe the Commons? The Commons, probably. There's always a lot of sort of like visual extras that come from
Or
there.
if you get up on the hill by the universities and you look down at the lake, that's kind of a signature shot. Watkins Glen, I think, is the pier at the south end of Seneca Lake.
Absolutely.
I guess we could go on and on, but it's only a half-hour show.
But that actually brings up a good point. I mean, those are things that, the cities, if they don't want their landmark to become something, random, should actually be thinking about. Yeah. And then we also had a story after Sunday's Democratic Forum. Roughly 100 turned out to the Seneca Falls Community Center to hear what potential Democratic challengers of Congressman Tom Reed had to say about big national policy issues. Healthcare, foreign policy, and of course President Donald Trump were all discussed. No clear favorites have been identified yet, but some early straw polling from that event and one that happened the week before show that Tracy Mitrano is the front runner, but there are 7 or 8 candidates still in the race.
Was the general feeling in the crowd pro-Trump?
No.
State of the Union last night, a couple of Waterloo residents were there.
Yep.
Now, I didn't see them get any airtime, though.
No,
right?
they neither.
Were they in the chamber?
Tiffany Folk was. I do not believe Christopher Folk was. But there were a lot of. It kind of seemed like, from what the commentary that I had heard, there were more guests at this particular State of the Union than ordinarily.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure all of the congressmen get an invite to extend to somebody. That's how they fill up that gallery that overlooks the bowl. Excuse me. But yeah, that was local ties. It's a really interesting story.
Yes.
Lots of other news and all of the breaking news. FingerLakes1.com, tap the app, or check us out on Facebook, Twitter, all those places, because that's where we're pushing
so much
breaking
news. It's relentless.
Right.
It's relentless.
It's all the time. Whether it's 3 a.m.
You need to check twice a day or you'll miss something. You need to check at least twice a day or you will miss something unless you're willing to click the Load More Articles link at the bottom of our homepage and maybe twice.
Right.
If you check between 8 and 10 a.m. and then you check again between like 4 and 6, you're good.
You're going to see a whole new...
There's stuff breaking in between, so don't feel free to check back on the hour.
That too.
That's the type of organization we got going here.
Yeah.
You should check on the hour.
On the hour, every hour. All right, great. Well, thank you for that. Let's talk about this weekend's big event.
Yeah, it's really, we've been talking about it on this show for a few weeks now.
Yes.
And here it is.
Yes, the Geneva Family YMCA is holding the 4th annual Frost Fest fundraiser on Saturday from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Ramada Inn, Geneva Lakefront. Frost Fest is an adult celebration of winter in the Finger Lakes and will feature large-scale interactive outdoor ice sculptures, ice bars with specialty Frost Fest martinis poured through a frozen ice luge, music, indoor food and spirit tastings, a shuttle service to and from downtown parking areas to the event, and a huge fireworks display over icy Seneca Lake. Get your tickets for just $25 at the Geneva YMCA or online at brownpapertickets.com.
Yeah.
Yep.
If I can get a sitter, I'll be there.
Ice luge.
That's right.
I might be sold out by now, actually. We should have checked maybe before that read because it's usually does. But the shuttle service from downtown's nice and big fundraiser, middle of winter. It's a good time.
Yes.
And you don't got to be stuck outside. The sculptures are just outside the area where all the food is, so you can go in and out easily. And they have some heating things there on the outside too.
Yep. Keep you warm.
And fireworks in February. Yeah.
Yes. And of course, many more events available at our community calendar under the local listings tab at our homepage at fingerlakes1.com. All right, let's jump into our top local photos.
Okay. Let's do that.
On Sunday morning along Canandaigua, the sun, clouds, and a gentle breeze created this image by Mark Sargent. Is it Mike Sargent?
No, I don't know who Mark Sargent is. It's definitely Mike Sargent.
Yes.
Something simple. Sometimes those are the nicest pictures. I like that. You can see the water, shape of the water.
Yeah.
Just a buoy.
It was a walk to remember in January as the sun was shining along Seneca Lake, and the temperatures made it feel like spring late last week in this photo from Thomas Liberio.
This landmark photo.
Love it.
Beautiful.
That's the type of deal I'm talking about for the landmark.
Mm-hmm. Yep, gorgeous.
Except more to out in the lake looking back. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was a nice day for a walk.
It was. Kathleen Riley captured this scene on a golden morning over Seneca Lake in Geneva on Sunday. Oh, beautiful.
Yep, Sunday was its taste of spring.
Mm-hmm. From Mike Sargent on Thursday afternoon, these redheads were coming in for a landing on Canandaigua Lake.
There they are.
That's
cool.
a cool shot.
That's cool.
There they are. Gulls were checking out the ice and the visitors at City Pier in Canandaigua on Monday morning in this photo by Nancy Jacobs.
Nancy's being a little presumptuous there. We don't know what those gulls are thinking. Right?
I think you're the one that's good at that, Jim.
Imagining what the gulls are thinking?
Yes. You always have a story of the birds. Also from Nancy Jacobs, it was difficult to see Squaw Island as fog surrounded Canandaigua's City Pier on Monday morning.
That's cool.
That is a cold view right there.
And we saw a few of the landmarks that we were talking about this week, in a small batch this week. Which one's your favorite?
My favorite is Mike Sargent's redhead photo.
Ditto.
Yeah,
No
I really
contest
liked
there.
it. I liked the seagull one. I thought that was pretty cool, but the redhead one is extraordinary. So let's go ahead and
Crown it.
award it.
Nice job, Mike Sargent.
Now we should find out the redheads aren't here all season. They're here in the winter. I think they're here for just a short couple week span, and then they move on somewhere else.
Yeah.
Life of a bird or a duck.
And as
We
an
had a photo last
aside,
week.
Frost Fest tickets are still available. I just checked on brown paper
Oh,
tickets.
good.
Oh, wow.
If you
Well,
want
geez,
to.
get on there and get the last ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. All right, well, thank you for sending in those photos. If you'd like to share your local photos from across the Finger Lakes region, click the link in the Submit Content section at the bottom right of our homepage here at fingerlakes1.com.
Or tweet them at us, or any way you can get them to
Facebook us, however you have to.
Yes.
We'll
We love them.
get them in our
Take 'em.
direction.
All right, Jim, what's going on right now in sports?
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes.
We all know about that, so I'm not going to talk about that.
Okay.
Syracuse plays basketball against Virginia Saturday at 4 o'clock in the Dome. So that's going to be great
game.
watching for your Super Bowl Saturday party. Big game for Syracuse. And then they turn around Monday and play at Louisville at 7 p.m., and I hate that scheduling. That's a tough one. Yeah, I predict Syracuse is going to upset Virginia, even though they have a depleted roster right now. Matthew Moyer's injured. Howard Washington got hurt in practice. They're literally going to have 6 scholarship players in uniform, so you might see a walk-on play.
Yeah.
But then they got to go to Louisville, and I predict they lose that game. But anyways, Cornell basketball hosts Dartmouth at 7 p.m. Friday and Harvard at 6 p.m. Saturday. 2 home games for Cornell. If you want to see a Division I basketball game, that's probably your easiest way to go.
Yeah.
Drive down to Cornell and watch it.
Yep.
Good seats available. Won't be good seats for the number 1 ranked Cornell Big Red hockey team. They're ranked number 1 in the
Wow.
country, which
That's
is
wild.
pretty crazy.
Yes.
So if you want to see the number 1 team in the country play, you can't, because you can't get into the rink, Lyman Rink. But they're home Friday at 7 p.m. against Union, and then home again Saturday night at 7 against RPI. And
Wow. That's
yeah,
awesome.
you might have to go to secondary markets to get a ticket for that. But yeah, pretty cool. Cornell's got a legit shot at the Frozen Four for sure, and maybe a national championship special team down in Ithaca this season.
Nice.
High school basketball tonight, we're going to be in Lyons, where the East Rochester's visiting Lyons. A lot of people don't know this, but ER's won 5 straight against Lyons.
Yeah.
People wouldn't think
That's
that,
wild,
but
yeah.
it's true. I think tonight that streak ends, but you never know. It's going to be. It should be a good game. East Rochester beat Lyons earlier this year, and then I don't know what's going on Sunday morning for the Upstate Hoops podcast. Last night we were in Romulus for South Seneca Romulus girls.
Yeah.
Next week It's going to be Wayne versus Minders in Wayne, and then Lions-Clyde rematch on Thursday. Wayne won last night against Penn Yan, but Logan Blankenberg, one of the Wayne's best players, a junior, hurt his knee, so we're waiting to hear the extent of that injury. Ironically, the same day that the Fresh Prince of Ontario, Braden Zanelovic, I say it wrong all the time, returned from and he's been out all season after getting hurt in football. So. Oh,
wow. So he's back.
Yeah, and then the other guy got hurt.
Oh.
So, yeah. But that's it.
One in, one out.
Yeah.
All right.
Who do you guys like for the Super Bowl?
How could you possibly pick? I mean, other than if you just strongly dislike them, how can you pick against Tom Brady and the Patriots?
My take is that the Eagles have been a better team over the course of the whole year. They've really been one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best team in the NFL. But yeah, on the other hand, you look at the obvious stuff when you're trying to pick a game. So you got Tom Brady versus Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
they know how to. I mean, they know how to win a. So.
Yeah, by cheating.
He said it. I'm gonna go with the Eagles just because.
Nice.
Yeah.
You going with Pats?
Patriots. I think it'll be a blowout. I don't even think it's going to be close.
Really?
I think the Eagles are incredibly outmatched.
They're bold.
No, I don't think it'll be a blowout. I think the Eagles might get up by like 15-20, and then some reason something will kick in and the Patriots will win in some dramatic fashion. I want to pick the Eagles, but I've seen it too many times before.
I just don't see the Eagles' offense being able to keep up or produce the numbers that
they sure did last week against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right, but that was a defense that didn't show up.
Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. I think the Eagles are a better football team, but it's tough to pick against Belichick and the Patriots. I've been burned before. So I'm staying out of it. I got squares. I have squares.
Yep.
Right.
Lots of squares. Super Bowl squares.
Super Bowl squares.
Yeah.
Always.
All right, well, we shall see. So you think it's going to be a complete blowout, really?
I think it's going to be a terrible game, honestly.
Maybe they'll give them a run.
Yeah, I don't agree with that, but who knows? Anything can happen. It's the Super Bowl. One thing it can be assured of, it's going to be long.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long football game.
Who's doing the halftime show?
Justin Timberlake.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wow.
I didn't even know.
That's good.
Yep.
Oh, well, that'll be good.
Justin Timberlake.
Good performer. Good.
And we'll get to see the commercials that aren't even a surprise anymore because half of them get released early.
They get leaked.
That's
They'll all be on
terrible.
YouTube racking up millions of views.
Right. Yep. Well, I haven't seen any, so it'll be a surprise to me. All right. Well.
Good show, guys.
Wraps it up for us today.
See you in February.
Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, we'll see you in February. If you'd like to drop us a line, send an email to contact@fingerlakes1.com. If you enjoy the show, click like, subscribe to our channel, share with your friends. We'll be back next Wednesday afternoon. Until then, have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Yes, enjoy the big game.